Hi there folks, a short video today on the topic of repurposing junk. You can see here before me it's a old wooden bed frame, single bed, which someone threw on the garbage and I collected that. And on top of it a very simple structure made of several also scrap pieces of wood, some of them cracked, some of them moldy, and then a simple lid made out of two hinges, 50 cents each, an old plastic cover, a bit torn but still useful, and then another piece of furniture which serves as a frame. This was also discarded. The screws and the washers here are the only thing which I purchased, and the hinges. This served as our propagation bed last year, and it was dug deeply into the soil, and you can see how the mycelium start working the wood around the edges. But we had to change its location, so we pulled it up. I was glad to see that it was not completely rotten, so we put it here in this small patch in front of the house, which is the south side, the sunnier side. It has most shelter from the cold wind and most exposure to the sun. What we're doing here is prepping the bed to start some seeds and seedlings, as it's still too early to start peppers and tomatoes, etc. We'll be starting with some cold weather crops. So the base soil here is our regular dark colored clay soil, and we amended that with a mix of our roughly sieved compost from the garden compost, which we have mixed 1:1 with some well-weathered manure from sheep and horses, which we harvested yesterday. I made a separate short clip about that. And the top 5 to 7 centimeters, basically everything from here down to the base of this plank, is filled with that mixture. And now what is left to do here is make just a little indentation in the surface of the soil and sprinkle some seeds, place some soil on top, water, cover with the lid, and that's it. We'll be starting some lettuce here, and later in the season, next month, maybe in 3 to 4 weeks, we'll be starting some warmer loving crops, such as this whole space will be peppers and several varieties of tomatoes. But in the meantime, we'll grow some lettuce here. Some of the old onions which have started to sprout, they will be put here to be harvested for green onions. And I have prepared some garden cress and some arugula, and we'll have some lettuce and maybe some spinach. So that is about everything for now about this seed starting bed, and I'll keep you posted.